everyone and welcome back. Today I'm here with my mom, Novlin, and I won't be taking you back down memory lane today, but she will. Hello mom, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so as you know, I've been doing my videos and today it's a pleasure to have you here with me because I know that a lot of the things I've been talking about, you can definitely share some of it with our viewers.
Yes.
But what I want to start out with today, I want to ask you about your early childhood years growing up in Jamaica. And my first question is, which school did you attend?
I attended Prattville Primary School in South Manchester.
And where was the school at that time?
The school was in the district of Prattville, just across from Arthur Williams' house. And you go down into Prattville district from there.
So from my understanding, there was a school in front of the
Catholic,
Anglican,
the Anglican
Prattville Church. So that is the same place you're talking about.
Right, and about 1979 or so, they were moved and go to the Quashie Hill Primary School.
Okay, so was there a primary school there as well, or there was just an infant school?
No, we moved from the old school, we call it the old school, and they built a new school up by
Quashie Hill, where Prattville Primary is now.
No, right.
Okay, so at what age did you attend Prattville Primary then?
I started at age 7 because I remember when I came from Clarendon, where I was born, and my mother and father took us up. When I went to Prattville Primary at that was about age 6. The principal, my name was Mr. Bailey, and Mr. Bailey told my mother that he wouldn't take me at that age until I was really 7, and I went home back the day with, I think, one of my brother who took me, and I cried myself to sleep because the principal didn't want me at that age.
Okay, so you had
7.
Okay, but now they're taking them at 6, but at that time it was 7.
Right. Now they're taking them at the primary at age 6 from the infant school.
Okay. And attending infant school, can you remember any of the teachers' name then?
Well, when I went to the Prattville Primary School, I think I went straight to grade 1 because the infant school was done by Miss Viri. School done by they call it pre-dance hall down in the Asia district, just on your right, going towards the clinic. So
Okay.
that's where they have the infant school at the pre-dance hall, we know it as is.
Yes, so you remember any of the teachers' name?
Definitely Miss Williams, I don't remember her name now, Miss. Oh God. She died something ago, I don't remember. Miss. Oh God. But definitely I remember that teacher's name. I remember Miss Hope Williams. That teacher name can't come out of my head.
Okay, and you talk about Miss Hope Williams. I remember
Yes.
I attended Prattville Primary with one of Miss Hope's daughter. That was Nardia Williams, and I also know most of her children. She passed away maybe about 5-6 months ago. May her soul rest in peace. But when you mentioned that, I didn't know that Miss Hope was a teacher because when I was growing up, I know her working in Mandeville.
Okay, yes, we went to that school. My sister went down there, but I don't remember going there because I say when I come to school, I was at
Age 7.
And I don't remember going at spring, but my sister
Okay.
Mervy went there.
Okay, let me ask you something now, because everything changed now, food and everything. What kind of food you used to eat at school?
Well, believe you me, bulgur, and you have a thing they call blended meal. I don't know what they used to make that stuff, but boy, it was really good. You have the bulgur, the blended meal, and Miss Viri used to cook up the some chicken stuff, but whatever she prepared was so good.
Really good, make you lick your finger.
Yes.
Okay, so at home, what would you eat at home?
Well, as Daddy used to plant, Mama used to plant, so we have corn, we have yam, we have potato, we have chocho, we have a lot of variety of food, but many of the times it's just the food. We can find callaloo and cabbage and stuff, but those times it was really hard. We couldn't, sometimes we couldn't find cooking oil or anything, so we just cook mostly soup.
Okay.
Gungo pea soup with, whatever we find. But we were really comfortable and satisfied because it was like everybody in the area used to the situation like that.
Yeah, and I know it is a lot of you. So when you were smaller growing up, how did things work out with all of you living in a small house and all of that?
Well, believe you me, as I said, we were happy. I remember we come from Clarendon and we have 2 rooms. And then after that, they put on another room, which make it 3. But at the time now, all of us, we have 2 beds in our room, and we would sleep head and tail and who can sleep between. And we're really comfortable because, believe you me, because we're so happy we not even know that we're poor, but we go through and it was good.
So like most children growing up, they would have like dogs or cats or stuff. Did you have any dogs and cats and chickens?
Yes, we have a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs. We have Russian, we have Blackmouth, we have Shui, and a lot of dogs we have, and a lot of laying hens. And all of us children have one for ourselves, and sometimes the hawk fly around and pick them up, and Mama would catch them, and if the hawk drop them, Mama would kill it and cook it, but we wouldn't want it to eat because it is so like a pet to us.
It's domesticated.
Yes, we couldn't eat it, but any common fowl around, eggs, and if she kill it naturally, we would eat it, but if the hawk pick it and she kill it, we wouldn't want it.
Okay, so I know that Mama, Miss Biggie, which is also my grandmother, which is her mother, she was always going to market. So how did the market thing go with you growing up?
Oh boy, we used to go far way to get low for Mama, to go to the market. And if you know where Bosso is, we go down this hill we call Russian Pen.
Hill.
Russian Pen Hill, we go to Bosso to get the gungo and the pepper and mangoes sometimes, and sometimes we walk away back in Grovetown, in Lancaster, in Perrins. Anywhere we would get the low for her, Neesbury, pear, thyme, anything to sell to the market.
Yeah, and I keep saying Shakan Kana, but my mom here says that Shakan Kana is Cajun Kana.
Cajun Kana because of how far it is, because our house was just one house and then Miss Ida Ellington. So our house just a little distance from the Bosso Road. That road take you right back into Grovetown, Cross Keys, go right back round if you want to go into Newport, and then the other to your going west or going east would be going to Pusey Hill side.
Yeah, and Pusey Hill will take you down to Victoria Town and Harmons to Tollgate. But the Shakan Kana is Cajun Kana. Say if you don't have an occasion
around there,
then you wouldn't be around there.
No.
And with the bami baking, when you're growing up, you remember Mama was baking bami and she started after?
Growing up, maybe a couple of years after, because she used to do like domestic work. But what I noticed in those days when she doing it, the people would take the clothes to her and she would get this big logwood and make the fire and put the iron, like maybe 5-6 irons, and she get the banana trash and she rub it off. I don't know how my mother used to do that, but most of the shirts Mama used to wash and iron was white shirt, and she would wash and starch them with cassava starch and iron them. And man, it was a beauty for us to see them when she finished. And then we would run in the yard because she always like under cool shade and ironing, and then we would there and playing and going on. But I don't know how she get those white, so white with those iron.
Yeah, with the coal iron. That is the iron that you put on the coal stove. Iron, so normally it would have black on it.
Right.
You have to rub it off for it to become really clean. So the bammies, when she baked the bammies, would you help her growing up baking the bammies and taking them to the market?
Yes, ma'am, because we used to go to, as I tell you, Bosso, Perrins, and wherever she can get the cassava. And when she get the cassava now, we would go early. If she's not going, whether or not she's going with the donkey, we'd go early, and then we come back and maybe one of us stay back from school, but we have to go to school. Even we have to go alternate days. But we'll come and we would rest off a bit, and she give us something to eat, and we scrape the cassava, some we be washing it, and then my mother would start gratering it, and that would be on Wednesday, and Thursday now she do the baking, and sometimes 15, 18, 12, depends on how much dozens, you know, how much amount of cassava she do. You know, she bake that amount of bami.
You know that she always bake the hook bami, most of that will go to the market.
Right.
And then she bake the pot
Pot
bami.
bami,
Now that we would be eating around the yard
right,
and stuff.
with eggs.
So how did you enjoy the pot bamis?
Man, it was good because she always bake the bami and like fry an egg and fold it in that and maybe cut it in two. If sometimes bake them a bit small, and she would just fry the egg and fold it and give us until we could really help ourselves to do it ourselves. But it was good, man. No, growing up was good. As I said, we were very poor, but we were happy and it was good.
I'm going to be wrapping up here for this one, but I'll definitely be putting the other part in a part 2 video, so look out for that one.